Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my live stream. I hope you guys are doing all right tonight. Missed you guys last week, but I guess we all made it through watching the Seattle Seahawks beat the Patriots. I guess they had a comeback coming, huh? So I want to welcome everybody into the live stream. I want to start with Invisible River Ranch, and he says hello from both accounts, and so he's also showing off his membership. So glad to have you on here tonight, Invisible River. Hope you're doing well. Can everybody hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? I got my Hollyland microphones, and I didn't put them on the charger this week, so I'm hoping that they will go for the whole hour tonight and not die on me. But if they do, for some reason, you guys let me know and we'll figure something out. So I want to welcome CG Anime Fan to the live stream tonight. Hope you're doing well tonight, CG. What are you up to? CG says he hopes things are going really well. They are going really well. And CG says he can hear me. Well, I got a lot to update you guys on tonight. I have been really busy the last couple of weeks. And you probably have noticed I haven't put out a video in about 3 weeks now. So I've gone 2 weeks without any videos. I'm hoping I'll be able to put one out this week. What happened was I opened up a new flea market booth. This one is not going to have any video games or video game consoles. This one is going to be just for furniture and antiques and knickknacks and stuff like that. Stuff I can put into a booth that I don't want to sell on eBay. I've got some pictures and video tonight that I'm going to share with you guys. Hopefully a few more people will join us tonight, and we'll be able to share it with some more people. But so I'm just going to keep talking. What do you guys want to talk about tonight? What's going on with you guys? What's new with you? And what are you guys doing? So tell me what's going on. Yeah, yes, it's a third booth in the same flea market. So I have two booths already. You watch my videos, so I have two booths already, and they're both kind of oriented toward video game consoles and video games, and also have some collectibles in there. Like I have the starting lineup in the new booth with a bunch of baseball figures, but in the old booth I had a lot of Hot Wheels, still do, and records and DVDs and just the usual die-cast stuff. So the new booth is going to be or is mostly going to be furniture like lamps and antique dressers. I haven't put any antique dressers in the booth yet. I want to get some of the other stuff moved before I put that in there. But it looks like this new booth is going to have more high dollar stuff. Like I'm going to be putting stuff in there that's going to be up in the $400 and $500 range instead of the most expensive thing I have now is the video game consoles that are around $150. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I hope that it works out, because I had to I moved one of my display cases in there. It's a really large display case, and we almost didn't get it in there. We almost got stuck in the elevator with this display case. So I'm going to show you that here in just a second. More advanced issue. Startup is rough. Once it's going, will be better. Yeah, that's true. Once I get more stuff in the booth and get all the stuff in there, then the only thing I'll have to do is replace stuff. Whenever I sell a piece of furniture, I'll just go get another one and put it in there. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys some of the pictures of the new booth. Oh, you moved your rig to a new spot. Okay, cool. So are you still staying in your rig? Do you still live inside your rig, or do you have a permanent structure on your property in Invisible? My computer is doing some weird stuff. Okay, finally. Okay, so you're setting everything up, and you do live in your rig, not a house. So you don't have any structures on the property. My computer is doing some weird stuff tonight. Let me know if you're able to see this, or if it's getting a lag or something like that. So this is the new case right here, and you see I've got a an antique sewing machine, a Singer sewing machine inside the case, and then on top I have a couple of antique mantle clocks and an antique looking radio. But let me see if I can. Okay, this is a better angle. This Miller Lite sign I got at a yard sale several years ago, and it's just been sitting in my storage building, and I've got it listed for 80. I've got a price tag on it for $85. So we'll see if it sells or not. And I got these two. This was in one of my storage buildings, and this was in a vacant house that I have. These two cabinets, the display cabinets. And so I'm going to use those to display glassware that I have that I want to put out to sell. So let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. So you see I've got some Tigger. Come on. Come get my lap, Tigger. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oh, he's going to knock my camera over. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So I tried to zoom in. I hope you can. I don't know if you can see the zoom or not. I don't think you can see the zoom. Maybe you can. So so one day you want to get a barn. It's good to get all that stuff out in the view to buy. Cat's the star. Yeah, he is. He certainly is. Okay, so so I've got some lead crystal in this case over here on the left, and then on the right I have a cobalt pitcher and 4 cups that go with it, a couple of figurines, and a set of glasses, red glasses, and then I've got some lamps and stuff like that. Just stuff that I've had sitting around collecting dust and not really doing anything with it. So right over here you'll see I have a a picture on the far left that it's one of those. I don't know if you remember them back in the 80s and maybe they had them in the 70s too. But it's like a waterfall and it made noise. You could hear the waterfall and you could hear birds chirping, and it had a light inside of it, so it made it look like the waterfall was actually moving. So all right, can you see that? Yeah, this is my third booth. And this is kind of walking into the booth so you can kind of get a better view of it. And this is from the other side. I had this table. When I bought the house across the street from me, the lady that owned the house just left a lot of stuff in there. And one of the things she left was this table and chairs. So I'm going to see if I can sell this table and chairs in the booth. Got, some pictures and stuff like that. These two over here are the Constitution and what do you call it? Got a big TV back here, real heavy. It's like weighs 200 pounds. It's one of the old CRT TVs. I figured I'd put it in there and see if I could sell it because people are really looking for those CRTs now so that they can do retro gaming. Yeah, this is the new third one, and original gamer and furniture. All that stuff you set up. Yes, I set it all up myself. So this is another view where you can see the table a little bit better. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. So that's the lit up waterfall thing that I was telling you about. And I've got that CRT TV right here. It's a big one. I think it's a 42-inch. It's heavy. I know I can't lift it. I cannot lift it by myself. And then I've got this vintage fire extinguisher, a couple pictures and a rooster. Looks like a little house in there. I got it set up kind of like a little house. That kind of gives you a better view of the table. And that's the Constitution. And the Declaration of Independence. That's what it is. The Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. That makes me think of that show Better Call Saul. So this is a close-up of that picture that I was telling you about. It's like a waterfall and it's got a mirror around it. You probably seen these. You probably have seen these like in a restaurant or something like that. All right, here's a little video I did. I'll play it for you. Okay, so I've got my new booth set up. This is going to be a furniture booth, and it's going to have other things like I'm going to get some glass to go in here, and I'm going to put some whatnots and knickknacks and stuff like that. But it's going to have this old CRT TV, some antiques, some newer things, some crystal, some nice lamps, and some other glass items for sale. So this will be the booth that I will be hoping for a good outcome. So just take a look at it. Got this table and chairs for sale. Got this waterfall light mirror thing. Rooster. So I'm looking forward to seeing how well it does. So that's the new booth. I'm real excited about it. I'm also a little bit nervous about it because it's not. Let me straighten this camera out. Tigger got it all messed up. He's in my lap now. But anyway, I'm getting kind of excited about the new booth, and I'm hoping it will do well. Only time will tell. But I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna put some more stuff in there. I'm gonna put some antiques in there, and hopefully, I know I've got a lot of antique furniture that I bought from my Airbnbs when I was running my Airbnbs, and so I've got a lot of stuff I've got a lot of stuff that I can get rid of. And then, of course, when the yard sale season comes back, which will be very soon because, we're in February. It's February now, and it'll be spring before you know it. And so we'll start seeing yard sales pop up all over the place. And of course, they're still doing estate sales during the winter time. So every now and then you'll run across a yard sale too, but they're not as frequent as they were during the warmer months. But every now and then I can, run up on an estate sale and pick up some furniture items maybe and some decorative stuff that I can put into my booth. So yeah, I'm just staying really busy. Maybe putting my finger in too many pies, as they say. Who knows? But only time will tell if it works out or if it doesn't. But it's kind of like it's a risk that I'm taking because I don't have enough to do, right? I'm joking. Y'all know I have a lot to do already. This is all spin off from your run-in with the city cat. With that city cat. Your motivation, very residential, and it all can be in your house. Well, I have two houses right now full of a lot of furniture. Actually, I've got 4 houses full of furniture that I've got to liquidate. I just want to liquidate the furniture, get rid of it, and maybe find some more and sell it in the booth. Hopefully I can make some money doing it. Like I said, if it's not profitable, I don't think I'm going to do it for too long. I'll take a loss for a little while, but not for very long. So what are you guys up to? What are you doing? Tigger has missed me. I haven't been up here all day today, and so he is happy to see me. And we're just kind of hanging out, being buds, staying cool. When is the court date? You're talking about the hearing. It's not a court. It's not a court date. It is a hearing, but it's a hearing regarding whether or not I need to move my buildings, my storage buildings. So that's why I haven't made my trip out west that I normally do, as I've already shared with you. But the hearing date is going to be on the 19th at 5 o'clock p.m. And I'm going to do some taping before and afterwards so that you can see so I can share with you guys, the outcome, whether it's good or whether it's bad. I'm going to share the outcome with you. I'm very much hoping that they will let me keep the buildings where they're at. But if they don't, then you said I will get it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a variance, what it is called a variance, and the people that are doing the hearing are called Board of Adjustment. And so they're responsible for um, approving anything, any kind of land use. That's the word I'm looking for. They're responsible for approving any kind of land use that is not um, in line with the city ordinance. For example, the reason I'm asking for the variance is because in order to have a storage building on a property, there is supposed to have already been an existing structure. This property does not have a structure on it. It's just an empty lot. So, so technically, I'm not supposed to be allowed to have a storage building on an empty lot that doesn't have an existing structure such as a house. So that's what I'm asking for from the Board of Adjustment is a variance to allow me to have the storage buildings on the property. And you, Invisible, you said that I will get the approval. I hope you're right. I really do hope you're right. And and I feel optimistic about it because you can actually go online and watch other Board of Adjustment meetings that have already occurred because they video them. They video, and I'll probably go. Hold on a second. Let me check on something while we're on here. Because I went on to their website and they actually have previous, they stream the videos on YouTube. So here is a meeting from February, which was which is this month. So I'm going to share this with you and let you guys listen to it.
Members here tonight that if you have a personal or a financial interest in any item, you're required to recuse yourself from voting. Any testimony that is submitted by the petitioner or on behalf of the petitioner during the presentation of the agenda item will be binding as to any decision the board makes relative to the motion. I remind the members of the board that if a motion to deny an item is made, you must give a reason. The members that we have here tonight are Mr. George Howell, our Vice Chairman, Mr. Barry Robinson, who just walked in, Ms.
This is
Diane
from
Burke,
2025.
Mr. Burke, Mr. Bart Prince, Mr. Pickett Reese, Mr. Blake Markham, and I'm the Chairman, John Stanley. Our land use staff that's here tonight is Jovan Hines, Mr. Warren Adams, and I don't see Tanya. Tanya's not here tonight. let's see, we have three, four, we have 8 members here tonight, which is good. It requires 5 votes to approve a motion. Any discussion? Item number 1 is presented by Maria Macarillo. Is Maria here? Requesting special exception for chickens to be located on the property at 5912 Cherry Hill Road in an R60S district. We'll hold that over, maybe she'll show up. Item 2 is presented by Nicholas Ramirez, requesting a special exception to keep chickens and goats on the property located at 49 Garden Street in R65D zoning district. Mr. Ramirez? Following that will be his next door neighbor. Well, same, Mr. Ramirez, you're making a presentation for 2 properties. One at 49 Garden Street, and the other one's at 51 Garden Street. Okay? But we are going to take them separate, and then we'll take 49 Garden Street first, then we'll go to 51 Garden Street. Okay? Who's going to make the presentation? You need to introduce yourself and explain what's going on out there. Because I will tell you, we've had some complaints, okay? You probably know that.
I didn't understand you.
You go ahead, make your presentation. We'll deal with it. But we're gonna have some questions for you.
Well, you know that. Just tell me about the.
You're gonna need to speak loudly and clearly into that mic. Acoustics in here are not great.
Okay, I had a complaint about the roosters and chickens. So we had to get rid of, we ain't had roosters anymore. And goats, I got 4 goats. And what else? Oh, and 10 chickens.
Are they in a coop?
Sir?
Are the chickens in a coop that's approved by the city of Montgomery?
Yes.
They are?
What do you mean by a coop, like closed?
We have coop restrictions in the city of Montgomery, that if you're gonna have chickens, you have to have a,
No, we had to walk around in the yard, in the backyard.
okay. All right,
They roost in their little nest and things.
you're gonna have to speak loudly, and you need to give, ma'am, you need to give us your name too.
Okay, my name is Amber Murray, and they roost in their like roosting nests and all, but when they come out, they do come out and just roam the yard.
Okay. My question is the coop according to city-approved standards?
I'm not sure.
If not, we'll require it, okay? All right. All right, anything else, Mr. Ramirez, that you want to say?
Oh, what else?
All right, go ahead, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
So.
That all you had to say?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about the 4 goats. I mean, you don't have a large lot, and you got 10 chickens running around, no roosters, I understand, and you got 4 goats in the backyard, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's some opposition. Ma'am, y'all are here in opposition, is that, okay, I'll get to y'all in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any questions, board members?
I know we're doing the property separate, but I get some clarification. Is it 4 goats for 49 and 51 total, or is
No,
it?
they're separate.
Okay, they're separate. So
You
you
have
have
10
additional.
goats, excuse me, 10 chickens, 4 goats at 49 Garden Street. You got, he's gonna bring up the next request, same number, right there.
Okay, that was that's what a hearing looks like anyway with the Board of Adjustments, just so you get an idea of what it looks like. But Invisible says I was in a hearing like that once, complaining about it. They still gave it the money they yeah. CG, yeah, I think everything's okay. If it doesn't work out, I have a plan B. And your neighbor had stuff, plus you were a government employee. You don't have chickens. No, I don't have chickens. So, and plus, like you said, I don't have any complaints. So nobody has complained about my buildings being out there. They won't care. Chickens are pretty gross. Mostly nuisance. Your buildings are friendly. Yeah, that's true. And I keep the property up. It looks good. The property looks good. So I'm curious now. You know, if they denied his request, but I kind of get the feeling that he didn't get approved to keep chickens. Look like Captain Kirk in the front of Starfleet. So yeah, that's kind of what a hearing for the Board of Adjustments is going to look like. So I'm glad that I was able to look and see some videos from previous hearings and some of the other hearings that I watched were where someone wanted to put a mobile home on a lot that was not an area where mobile homes were approved, and they approved it. So um, maybe maybe we'll be okay. But anyway, um, one way or the other, I'll find out on the 19th, and I will make sure and let you guys know as well, so that you'll know what's going on with that. So yeah, the building is yeah, it's an old building. It's an old municipal building. What's up, Chuck? How are you doing? Good evening, Sam and IR. What is that? Retire inspired. All right. Good to see you on here, Chuck. I saw your videos that you made when you were out in the Quartzsite area. I hope you had a good time and hope you and your wife enjoyed your stay out there. When they have complaints, you're toast. Yeah, I guess that's true. If somebody's complaining, then they have a reason to decline or not approve certain requests. But if nobody's complaining at all, then maybe they feel like if nobody's complaining, and by the way, they did put a sign in the front yard at the property that says that there will be a public hearing, and it gives a phone number, and so a public hearing by the Land Use Commission is what it says, and it provides a phone number, so they can call that phone number and I guess ask any questions that they have, or if they have a complaint or a concern. So that's kind of like putting a notice out. So if nobody calls and complains, or if nobody shows up to the hearing to complain about my buildings being there, then I think we'll probably be in the green. We'll be good. Oh, IR is Invisible River. I got you. Okay, cool. um, Invisible River was in Florida. All they saw was dollar signs. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they'll charge me more um, to keep the buildings out there than what I already pay in property tax. I don't know how they do that. I don't know if having those storage buildings will increase the value of the property, and that'll cause me to have to pay more property taxes. I don't know how that works. But I guess I'll find that out too, if they allow me to keep them. But if they do allow me to keep them, I don't mind paying property taxes, a little more property taxes than I'm paying now, because if they make me move them, it's going to cost me about $4,000 to move them, and then I've got to get another place set up for them to go to. So that's going to be a lot more money. they have a fee. Yeah, so like I said, if they do go up on my property taxes because those buildings are out there, yeah, I guess I'll just have to take it on the chin. But and it'll be less money than having to pay to move the buildings and having to prepare the other area that I'm talking about, either buying land or putting a fence up and that sort of thing. You're going to have an after party for sure. Yeah. Yeah, once the hearing is over, it's kind of like a weight on my shoulders right now, waiting for this, waiting for this hearing to see whether or not they're going to approve letting me have these buildings or not. It's kind of messed up my whole first part of the year. So, and I really do need the buildings because I keep a lot of my personal belongings in those buildings that I don't have room to store in any of my other buildings. So, so yeah, the buildings are definitely needed. I don't want to have to get rid of them for sure. Dallas Flippin', welcome. What's up, Dash? Less government equals more fun. I agree. How you doing, Dash? How's your eBay store doing? Everything going well? I had 3 days last week. 3 days. This has never happened. But I had 3 days with no sales. Zero, nada, zip, zero. No sales for 3 days. And I was getting a little bit concerned because I didn't have any sales for 3 days. That has never ever happened. And it's not like I quit listing because I was listing every day. So I don't know if it was a glitch in the system. I don't know if eBay shadow banned me for 3 days. I don't know. It was weird. I've never had that happen before. But since then, um, the switch got turned back on, and my sales have gone back to what they were before. But I was very close to having $20,000 in 90-day my 90-day sales total. I was really close to getting that 20,000. I was hoping to break that $20,000 for 90-day sales, but that those 3 days kind of messed me up, so I didn't break that barrier there. Invisible says you will be okay. Well, thank you. I hope so. I do appreciate the kind words. Um, Dash says, oh, so your February was better than January. Well, that's good. I saw where you put an Instagram post up or I think it was Instagram. I don't think it was YouTube. I don't think you put up any YouTube videos anytime soon, Dash. But I saw where you got that real high dollar Pokemon card in one of your packs, and when you opened it up, it was like that was great because I think that card is worth about $500 or $600, isn't it? But I would be excited if I opened something like that and I got that. What was it? A gold Charizard or something like that. Some things take time. Yep, they sure do. But um, like anything, it's like you got this weight over your shoulders until it's all settled and done. So I'm just kind of holding my breath and hoping everything turns out good. So you guys keep me in your thoughts and prayers. Either way, one way or the other, it's going to work out. So you sold the that Pokemon card for $500. Well, how much did you pay for the pack that you got it out of? I'm just curious. But I thought that was pretty cool. I had somebody come to my booth like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and they had a little pack of Pokemon cards, and they asked me if I wanted to buy. They tried to get me to buy them, and so I was looking at the cards, and I looked a couple of them up, and two of them had a little bit of value, so I offered them $10 for the little pack that they had. And I got one of those cards out and looked it up again once I got back to the house. And that card ended up being worth about $65. So I ended up making about $65, and I bought the little stack from them for $10. So I made a little bit of money off of it, which was good. Oh, so you paid $60 for the box, so you turned 60 into 500. That is awesome. Invisible says my daughter found a Pokemon card with worth $100. Wow. I don't get it. I don't understand, what the deal, what the desire is to have Pokemon cards, but it is certainly a big deal. And if you're in the retro gaming community, as I am, then you also it pays to be knowledgeable about Pokemon and about Pokemon cards and their value and that sort of thing. I would never collect Pokemon myself. It's just not my thing. I don't put a lot of stock in pieces of paper that have pictures on them. Um, not those cards anyway. But I will buy them to resell them. But I would never. Well, I shouldn't say never because you never should say never, right? But I have no. I put it like this: I have no desire to start a collection of my own. It's just not something that interests me. They had a Super Bowl commercial for Pokemon. Oh, okay. Did y'all see that Bad Bunny? Um, I turned it. I turned the TV off when my wife and I actually we were not watching the Super Bowl at the house. That's why I couldn't do the live stream last Sunday because we were actually at a church function. They had a thing at our church building where they were playing the Super Bowl and we had soup. So they called it Super Sunday with a play on words, the soup as in super, soup, super, soup. So everybody brought soup. We had a bunch of soup. We had chili. It was pretty good. The chili and the soup were very good. And so we had soup and chili and we watched the Super Bowl. And when Bad Bunny came on, when Bad Bunny came on, we asked them to turn it off because there were young people in the room, and we didn't feel like what he was doing, grabbing himself that way, was really appropriate for young people to watch, especially in a church building. Invisible says one of them cards is $1 million. I bet. Super Bowl, yeah, Souper. I like that. But we called it Super Bowl Sunday, and we spelled it like that, and that's why we had the soup and the Sunday and the Super Bowl. But anyway, I was not really expecting. I mean, I'm not a big fan of NFL. Never really took a whole lot of interest in it, and I probably wouldn't have even watched the game had it not been for the fact that we were um, attending a function or uh, doing a group thing with some church folks. But the soup was good, and I did not expect the Seahawks to beat the Patriots. But my friend Chad with Wolfman's Goodies, apparently he called it on his live stream because he does a live stream every Sunday also. And apparently he predicted that the Seahawks would win by about 20 something points. So he was pretty spot on. I think people were asking him for lottery numbers to give them after he did that because that was kind of amazing that he was able to determine that the Seahawks would beat the Patriots by 20 points. So I see I am not keeping your attention, Chuck. I'm so sorry. Chuck says he's got to go. So, all right, Chuck. Well, I'm glad you could join us for the time that you were here, and hope you have a great week. And we'll probably see you next week if I do another live stream. I'm thinking about cutting out the live streams altogether. I'm just not sure that it's something that people are enjoying. When I'm only getting 4 to 8, I've only had 4 people on right now. So, I'm not sure that this is a good use of my time if there's only 4 people on. Not that you guys are not worth talking to, because I certainly do enjoy talking to you guys. But I'm beginning to think that maybe I don't need to be doing live streams on Sunday nights. I could be watching TV or doing something else with my time. So this might be my last live stream. Seriously. Um, well, looks like I'm down to one. And that's probably Invisible River. Um, so I think I'm going to call it a night because I'm kind of tired. So you guys take care. Love you all. And I'll see you on the next one. I'll let you know if I'm going to do a live stream next week or ever again. So y'all take care. Bye-bye.